some of the things that I need to add. That became done. This becomes irrelevant. Options, lock, okay, yeah, all that. Let's see then. Video options. This is the real thing that is making me think at the moment. And what video options is most like is the gradient editor. Looking up and down through this, I'm just having a little look at the overall recursor class. There are things which honestly, this isn't bad, it's not bad now. Mainly, let's have a look at the gradient editor, because the video options box is going to be something similar. There's quite a bit to the gradient editor, more than there will be to the options. But the options box will also extend window base. This is video options. And I can never remember, so I'm just going to go straight to gradient editor new and remind myself what I need to do when I open a window base. I'm not even going to pass width and height to the Windows options. It's going to be a set size. It's going to be a set size, but then I can't remember if I can make Windows non-resizable. Surely. If I can't, then I have this thing, a tool window. False, 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 false. Right, yeah, that's all it does. Window base, setup window base, where are you? Size flag. You see how bad I name things? I'm assuming resizable, resize flag. I'm just going to say false, false, false. Not minimizable, not maximizable, not resizable. What did I say about the gradient? Can I, if you can minimize that gradient editor, then I'm a foolish man. False, false, true, yeah. So it can't be minimized or maximized. It can be resized. I'm going to take this stuff. In fact, I'm going to take all that stuff. In fact, I'm going to take all left label size, top labels. Okay, I'm going to take all this stuff, sorry, because it's all basically what I want. Window base. New. Gosh, do I want hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. I'm not going to set the width and height. I'm just not. I'm going to come in here. say Alt Tab Tab, X, Y, that, and width float A will be what? I have no idea. 300. Height float will be 300. Actually, this will be 500. And just for the sake of compressing this, I'll say x minus width divided by 2.0 minus height divided by 2.0, and I will take away this. And this is not resizable. Okay. So that creates a window, and I will call it video options. And again, it will need a cancel button and a confirm button. Apply and cancel. It will need a frames button, and it will need loops button. Some of these are coming basically from the GUI. It will need render program button. That might not get used just yet, but it was well for me to think about what button. And it needs oh yes, it needs discard images button. Actually, I'll save it. I'll change it. I'll be retain images button, and some of these should be tick boxes according to GUI logic, but I don't really adhere to that GUI logic, and it's just I write on the button what it is, like loop on, off, and you click the button and it toggles. Nothing against tick boxes, it's just I don't like the look of them. I don't like the fact they don't have a box. I could probably make my tick boxes have a box if I wanted to, and I think I'd prefer them. In fact, that's a very good idea, and I should make it at least an option with a tick box that you could draw a normal gadget skin around it if you want to. Anyway, retain images and a copy log my button. I think what copy log will do is keep a copy of the log of the latest render alongside the file that was output, whether or not it's an image file or a video file. A log will be created in the program's own directory, in the editor's own directory, of the last render carried out, which you can always look at. But that it'll get overwritten unless you copy the log to the location of the output file. It also needs a quality button, my button. Excuse my cutting out when coughing. So, I suppose I could think of I wish this was much faster to save new versions of. Okay. So, the box will be on the screen. And what is it I'm deciding is in the box? Things I'm deciding that are in the box are the frames, loops, render program, I'll have to think about because I want to maybe build the box in such a way that can be added, but I might not want to add it immediately. Though I will add it immediately and I will just disable it. Retain images, copy log, quality. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Frames and loops are about a number. Render program and quality are about selecting something from a list. And retain images and copy log are flags. Now, so actually maybe a little high thing would be better. And it might be quite a bit sort of easier. So it's called video options, and then at the top it's the number of frames and the number of loops, then a little gap. Then it is the quality and the render program, then a little gap. Then at the bottom is the retain images and copy logs. The other advantage of this is that that is an easy setup to add and remove things from. So, let's just go for that setup. And that will mean a slight change. Which is I'll just sneak this down here. And what I'll make the oh man, it's annoying to have to well, you know what's most annoying is that to set up a window where you actually determine the face and height. The width and height of the face as opposed to the width and height of the window. You know, the face being the bit inside the window that does not, you don't grab the window by, you can't resize the window by. I believe it's just here. Window, border size, and window title height. And it's times 2 times size. Man. Two times size. Border is 2. So the window border size is 4. And the window title height. Oh gosh, okay. So this actually is going to equal button medium plus, oh man, window border size times 2.0 and this is going to equal button height plus window title height plus window border size plus 2 times border, because there are going to be 2 little borders inside the face. Now, I shouldn't have to set face width and face height. If I've done that sum correctly, then I'm dandy. And I can force the button height, because what I'll make the button height is self face height minus 2.0 times border divided by 6. Because I know there's going to be 6 buttons. What I will do is I'll just set some more things, just because it's handy. Here I'll say look border equals border. This is always the way when I'm newing a gadget, a complicated GUI gadget, this is just the way I end up doing it. I don't think it's great, but... And a numbuts unsigned int equals 6. Actually, I'll say numbuts float equals 6, just because it's always going to be put into. And this will be plus and sections float equals 3.0 plus sections minus 1 times border. Don't need the outer brackets. Sections T borders float equals sections minus 1 times bore plus T borders. This is probably overkill, I must admit. So face height minus T borders divided by numbuts. Beautiful. So this should figure the height of the window to be appropriate for a standard button height, but this should say whatever the height of the window, all the buttons should be crammed in. Now, local cursor x float equals 0.0 and cursor y float equals 0.0. Frames button equals new my button self, because it's just being added straight into the window. I'm making a list of them, and this will be frames, and this will be cx, cy, this will be button width and button height, and everything else will be normal. Frames button, and I will align the side. You know something? I'm not even going to bother aligning the sides. If I can't pack all this into, well, pack the video options into a non-scalable thing, then hang it all. Self set event response true. Gosh, method response. Okay. CY plus. Now, I could so easily just say button height, and I will, because I'm making everything. It makes more sense to say frames button height. Loops button equals new my button self comma loops comma cx and cy comma button width comma button height cy plus equals loops button height plus border. Then it is quality button self comma cx cy button width button height cy plus equals quality button height. Then it is render program button and again self and program and cx cy button width button height and cy plus equals render program button height plus border. Oh, what was at the bottom? Retain images equals new my button. Comma. And cy plus equals copy log. I didn't put the word button on the end of these. No, it doesn't equals that. It was retain images height. Then copy log equals new my button. Right. Now, now, it strikes me, I realise that I'm basically going to have to store answers to all these questions. If I'm making a distinction between applying and cancel, changing these values doesn't change the actual values. So, I need frames uint equals 0, loops uint equals 0, field render p. I think this will be a string equals dit. feel like this will also be a string. It is a little like one of the ways which I'm thinking about altering the quality is just saving as a different file type. And that's not really, it's not really quite bang on, is it? But that is actually how I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep it like that. It's going to probably come back to annoy me. And field images flag bool equals false, and field copy flag bool equals false. Now this next little bit I guess I will take into will I? No, I won't. Will I? No, I won't. I'll just update this information with the information from the project when you knew this. And it will say frames equals project frames, loops equals project anim loops, video loops. Quality, again I will just say this equals project quality, so I've got to add quality images flag and copy flag. Quality, images, also same with render program. Render p equals project render program images flag equals project retain images flag, and copy, it's not copy flag I want copy log flag. Project copy render log flag. Quality render program images flag, and now I'm going to spoil my save file for myself again, but never mind. This is in recursor classes in project. Frames and video loops I already have. Some of this, in fact, was I clever enough? Yeah, I was. So this does really belong with this, the stuff like quality render program. Field a quality string equals dot mp4, and field render program string equals standard, and copy log it's not render p, it's render program. Retain images flag bool equals false, and copy render log flag bool equals false. Okay. I think I want some other things here as well. Do I? Or do I just want inside render classes alongside stuff like this? because quality render program, retain images flag, copy images flag, np quality equals fs read c string, np render program equals fs read c string, np retain images flag equals cast bool fs read int, and what was the damn other flag? Copy render log flag. Now these things aren't really necessary to load and save, I realise, because they're just generated. No, they are necessary to load and save. These things maybe aren't, but these are. Quality render images log. fs write okay, c string quality fs write c string render program fs write int cast to an int the boolean retain images flag, and fs write int the cast to an int of the boolean copy render log flag. Where am I doing frames? Up here. Should I faff around with that? If I'm going to do it, I should do it now, but I'm not going to do it more. There's another thing that I need, and it is this. It is const. Const program only one. What was it? .mkv. That's my memory of it. MKV. How am I doing here? 35 minutes. Okay. Render program video quality. Project. What did I call that? Normal. Okay. So, these things equal those things, and that's just fine. I want another little thing, which is update gadgets. I called it update edit window or something, didn't I? Update gadgets. what update gadgets is to do is to just fill in all the details. So I say something like a frames button text equals frames plus, do I put a space after that? I can't remember if I've put spaces after colons. Plus arg a frames, yeah, a string of frames, and the loops button text equals loops plus a string of loops. And what else was it? Quality button text equals. Now this is a question, because actually I should look inside my GUI and I should find, I think I have a menu root, project menu, and draw mode menu is also a menu root. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to use draw mode menu. I'm going to use a menu root, not a button. They look exactly the same as buttons, but obviously they have menus inside them, or they spawn menus. Is that an okay thing for me to do here? Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it is. God. Okay, so this is actually quality and are both menu roots. Render program button, also a menu root. So in here, quality is new menu root. Can I remember this? Parent gadget XY and style. When I set up this and I say this style 1, I think probably what style means is it looks like a button. Draw mode also has style 1. I think without style 1 it doesn't have a border around it, so it doesn't look like a button. So I guess I will give it style 1. Where do I see draw mode menu? Oh yeah, there I set the items to be the draw items. A slightly strange thing I do is I somehow set the responsive top bar and yet it doesn't interrupt draw mode menu. Okay, well, gosh darn it. I'm just going to persevere. Where am I here? Menu root and quality button. It's quality menu. Okay. And this is render program menu. What is it? Set items, and it is render quality. Video quality and render program. Good grief. Quality menu, this, video quality. Where am I seeing videos options? Here. That is not a thing I should have. Video quality. And here I set the items to be render program. Okay. Text equals. Can I do that in here? I guess I can. I need to find this out first. Quality menu. Text. I guess it's title. Wish I could just make it text equals quality plus string quality. And render p, render program menu, title equals I'll just say program plus string render p. What else is at the bottom? It is retain images, text equals I must have, oh yeah, bool string, okay. Equals keep images plus bool string, what did I call it? Images flag. And copy log text equals copy log, I'll just make that, plus bool string copy log flag. Okay, so now when changes happen to it, I'll just call inside response. Select what the hell is it? Kind, type. I really don't like this at all. It's kind equals event kind released on, and I need a new name for event case. Event kind case released on. Select origin case apply button case cancel button. Now what is it cancelling does again? In gradient editor or response. Cancel button just self-removes, and apply sticks the information back to the project, then self-removes. So response not there, this response. Cancel just self-remove, and apply ends with self-remove and begins with project frames equals frames, project loops, video loops equals loops, project quality equals quality, project, what is the problem with that? Project render program equals render p, project retain images flag equals images flag, and project copy render log flag equals copy log flag. Pops it all back in. Other sorts of origins will be case frames button, case loops button. Oh, there'll be another, which is the menu response quality button. Okay. I'm going to have to stop soon because I've been whittering on for 45 minutes about this. I'm going to have a cup of coffee, and soon I will finish this little edit box because it's not that complicated, and I'll go back when I've finished this render box. I'll go back to the renderer executable, and I'll start to build in some things like stuff to retain the images, to retain or get rid of the images, stuff to manage the log, and to determine what type of file you're going to save based on your image quality selection. But for the time being, I will complete the video options edit box next time.